In 1859, Charles Darwin published On the Origin of Species, a book that would irrevocably alter our understanding of life. It was a work he knew would be met with controversy, a culmination of decades of meticulous observation and thought. Yet, within his personal copy, now housed at Cambridge University Library, lie annotations that are not immediately decipherable. These aren't the familiar underlines or brief exclamations of agreement or dissent. Instead, a series of seemingly random dots, dashes, and symbols appear beside key passages, particularly those concerning human evolution and the implications of his theories. They are precisely placed, suggesting deliberate intent rather than idle doodling. For years, these markings remained an enigma, a private shorthand known only to Darwin himself. Scholars debated their meaning. Were they reminders, citations, or perhaps a private critique of his own work? The precise nature of these cryptic notes has fueled speculation among Darwin scholars and historians of science. The scientific landscape of the mid-19th century was dominated by a prevailing view of fixed species, a belief deeply entrenched in both religious and academic circles. Darwin's voyage on HMS Beagle from 1831 to 1836 provided him with the empirical evidence that began to challenge this orthodoxy. His observations of finches on the Galapagos Islands, with their varied beak shapes adapted to different food sources, were particularly influential. He also noted fossil evidence suggesting extinction and the existence of species related to, yet distinct from, modern ones. Darwin was a careful thinker, acutely aware of the societal and scientific upheaval his ideas would provoke. He spent over 20 years gathering evidence and refining his arguments before publishing. This lengthy gestation period underscores his cautious approach to presenting such revolutionary concepts. He corresponded with numerous colleagues, including geologist Charles Lyell and botanist Joseph Hooker, sharing his developing theories. Yet even with trusted friends, he initially held back the full scope of his ideas, particularly their implications for human origins. The publication of Origin was spurred by the independent arrival of similar ideas from Alfred Russel Wallace. This prompted Darwin to finally release his manuscript, presented jointly with Wallace's paper to the Linnean Society in 1858. It was only after the public release of Origin that Darwin began systematically annotating his personal copy. This suggests the Marginalia were not preparatory notes for publication, but rather a post-publication reflection or a private means of organizing his thoughts on specific, perhaps sensitive, aspects. The breakthrough in deciphering these symbols came in the late 20th century through the work of scholars like Dr. John Van Wy and Professor David Cohn. They recognized patterns that aligned with a rudimentary form of sonography, specifically the Taylor's patent shorthand system. Taylor's system, popular in the 18th and 19th centuries, used simplified symbols for common words and phrases. By cross-referencing the Marginalia with examples of Taylor's shorthand, researchers began to unlock Darwin's private commentary. The decoded passages revealed Darwin's private struggles with the philosophical and societal ramifications of his work, particularly concerning human beings. He privately expressed doubts and explored alternative interpretations, sometimes grappling with the very concept of natural selection's dominance. For instance, annotations next to discussions of human origins reveal him questioning the extent to which all human traits, including moral and intellectual faculties, could be solely attributed to natural selection. He pondered the role of other forces, or perhaps even considered Lamarckian inheritance for certain aspects. These private reflections show a Darwin far more nuanced and less certain than his public pronouncements might suggest. The coded notes act as a window into his internal debates, revealing the intellectual honesty with which he wrestled with the profound implications of his own discoveries. The existence of this coded commentary highlights the immense pressure Darwin felt. He understood the potential for his ideas to be misunderstood, misused, or to cause significant social and religious disruption, hence his desire for a private space for his most candid thoughts. This practice of using shorthand for private annotation was not unique to Darwin. Many Victorians employed stenography for personal diaries, letters, or business records, seeking a degree of privacy or efficiency in their written communications. The deciphered Marginalia offer a more complete portrait of Darwin, not just as the scientist who proposed evolution by natural selection, but as a deeply reflective individual grappling with the profound consequences of his own scientific revolution. These notes remind us that scientific progress is rarely linear or without internal debate. Even the most confident pronouncements are often the result of rigorous self-examination and a willingness to explore uncomfortable questions. The story of Darwin's coded Marginalia is a testament to the enduring power of primary documents. They offer a direct, albeit sometimes cryptic line to the past, inviting us to look beyond the published word and appreciate the full complexity of historical figures and their thought processes.